Greetings! Welcome to Epicor Eclipse ERP End of Month Report Series. This presentation covers the Product Purchases report. This shows the quantity and dollar amount of each product purchased for a period. This deals with your purchase orders, not the purchases from the customer. The Product Purchases report is fairly straightforward. It has a robust set of parameters, but not too many of them. Some of them I have to admit I'm a little mystified by. I'm not sure why you would want to run a product purchases report by a product location type. But there it is. If anyone out there can think up a good use for that, let me know. I'm all ears. Anyway, we're just going to go through a basic run through with some simple parameters just as an example to see what it's capable of. So here's the setup for a basic report, product purchases, product detail, and sorted by vendor. And we're not going to use any location type because honestly I can't think of a reason. As I said, with a lot of Eclipse reports there is additional select criteria if you want to do some filtering. And this list, God help you, is probably 60 or so parameters deep. Probably a lot of them don't even apply to this particular report, but you have it if you want to narrow it down a bit. Here's our example report output as viewed through the hold file, and as you can see it gives you a nice breakdown by vendor, gives you your purchase orders, gives you your ship date, gives you the product number. You click on little blue links, you can drill down into the purchase order and see what was going on with that, and view the logs, or you can go into the Eclipse record ID for the product and look at parameters in there, and forecasting, future history, and item history. So nice and powerful there if you're trying to figure out how did we get this thing, how did it end up on the shelf. This might be a good report to use to try and figure those types of mysteries out. Now as you can see here, because of the report formatting, it's not really a particularly good candidate for exporting into Excel. Because the vendor name only shows up once and it doesn't repeat. You know, if you're good with Excel and you've got some tricks, you can fix that, but otherwise a bit annoying. We'll show another way of running the report here to fix that though. So here's essentially the same report, with the only variation being that we've changed the sort by product instead of by vendor. And if you're going to view this for spot checks and such with an Eclipse, then the sort by vendor is going to be better. If you're wanting to export this out to Excel, which then of course you have the power to sort it any which way you want, then the sort by product is the better solution for you. And so here's our report output sorted by the product instead of the vendor, and as you can see it's duplicated the vendor name on each line, so now we've got the data in a format that we can actually export to Excel and clean up fairly easily. So we export the file out as a CSV and then do a raw import into Excel, and we see it in this format, and even though it's a little ugly right now, at least everything's formatted in the right columns. And if you just do a simple data sort on vendor name or invoice number, anything like that, and click go, and as the Brits would say, Bob's your uncle, and it'll clean up fairly nice. And so here's what the output looks like after we've done just a primitive sort, and you probably want to at this point change your column heading names if those are a little ugly, and do a find and replace and get rid of the stupid caret on the Eclipse record ID field. Other than that though, you've got something now you can make use of. And this completes our presentation on the Product Purchases report. Thank you for your attention, and as always, I'm not Scott's on.